Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 15th to the 21st of April 2024. So we're in the middle of Mercury retrograde, which completes on the 27th of April, and phase 3 will complete around the 13th of May. So Mercury going back from 27 to 15 degrees Aries, we have an opportunity to change our mind, always with Mercury retrograde, but as Aries is the head of the body zodiac, then we can really look at both changing our perspective, taking a higher view of things, as well as raising our consciousness. So depending on where this is in your chart by house and natal planets, will give you an extra layer of information to be able to work most effectively with one of astrology's most powerful alignments, which is Mercury retrograde. So staying flexible, changing our mind, thinking in different ways, being independent. There's an opportunity here to come out of groupthink, as Aries is very independent and can sometimes be ahead of the curve. But with Venus in Aries as well, learning to be able to listen to the heart brain, learning what our mind is meant for, which is doing the bidding of the heart, and listening in more deeply to our sentient knowing, to the wisdom of the heart, is another aspect of this retrograde. So we have Sun, Mercury and Venus all in the first sign of the zodiac. Bright spring, fresh, dynamic energy, but can cause headaches and heated interchanges if we're coming from the lower ego. Can bring up things that we're wanting to tackle. So if there is any anger or flashes, then first look for the reason rather than getting involved in the argument or blaming the other person. Ideas and inspiration can flow, as well as creativity with Venus there as well. So often a good use for our mind, which is often over busy in this world of non-stop communication, is to actually attend to something creative, as the fire signs have lots of artistic and creative energy. So giving our mind a job to do. And on that note, I have 12 videos transcending the negative mind, going through each month of the year by sign with practical tips and tricks on how to do just that. Occupy your mind with something that's important to the heart and calm down that mental chatter, because things could be a little bit loud right now with all this Aries activity. But when we focus on something creative or that's important to us, that can bring a sense of peace and calm, restore the harmony. So keep observing your own personal Mercury retrograde story. Depending on where it is in your chart, it could be to do with your career if it's in the 10th house, relationships in the 7th or 8th, your own personal creativity in the 5th, how you come across to the world in the 1st, self-esteem rings across the 2nd and the 8th house, health in the 6th, past lives and spirituality in the 12th, perspective and communication in the 3rd, and family issues, roots and psychology in the 4th. So it's well worth getting to know the house system, once again as 6 pairs of opposites rather than 12 separate entities, and then finding where the houses are in your chart, so that each of these astrological transits week by week can be made more personal and worked with more deeply. By the 20th we have the Sun moving into Taurus, so we start to feel the Aries energy slightly subside, and Taurus always brings in a sense of presence, nourishment and solidity. But the real story in Taurus is Jupiter meeting with Uranus. These two planets are very close now, with exact meeting on the 21st, that's next Sunday. And Uranus has been in Taurus for a few years now, helping us to decondition the heart, let go of want and need, and allow love to actually be our state of essence. Uranus brings a certain wildness, unconventional energy to whichever sign it's in. So it can shake up Taurus a little bit, get out of routine, get out of the physical plane, work and productivity being put first, whereas it's actually our soul and spirit that we're here to explore and express. So Uranus in Taurus, a liberation for the heart, a realization of the heart's power, the waves we send out, we attract back on, unconditional love and lots of personal freedom. But as Jupiter comes along, Jupiter being our sovereignty, our majesty, only spending up to a year in each sign, Jupiter tends to clear the way. So anything that isn't in our best interest, any connections we have that aren't mutually beneficial, could get cleared away under this aspect. Our sense of self grows as we let go of the stories and the romantic notions, step into our unique frequency. Depending on where this is for each of us, there could be a financial aspect clearing away fear and security consciousness, making way for creative productivity and flow. And whereas money on the outside is value, then we reflect that inwards. Self-worth and self-esteem may get a real boost under this meeting. So a very positive meeting, Jupiter sovereignty, Uranus freedom, in the heartfelt sign of Taurus all week. Those are really worthwhile themes for meditation. Are we coming from want and need and calling it love? Are we living in fear and insecurity financially? When if we focus on what we love and do more of it, then that's actually what brings in more resources. So breaking free of the matrix of work there slightly, of the template of love, which has caused so much misery over the centuries. Loving ourselves first so that we can have balanced relationships with others. Seeing each other's soul with that Uranus there, rather than interacting on purely a human level. So as the Sun moves into Taurus, Jupiter meeting with Uranus, lighting up the sign of Taurus at this beautiful time of year, then we can slow down, be more heart present, be more patient, compassionate, and just study whichever of those topics are coming up for you. I've got the chance here to let go of a lot of programming and a lot of emotional baggage. So if you'd like to see where this is happening for you, I am available, zoehines7@gmail.com. I can show you the houses, I can show you how to place each of these coming transits into your chart for maximum effect. And we can also look at relationships, life purpose, past lives, all sorts of other things. Sessions are 1 hour recorded MP3 and include tarot as well. Or I can actually teach you astrology and tarot and numerology. Or another session option is coaching to help let go of long-held misbeliefs and behaviours, free yourselves up to be the lightest, brightest spark you can be. I post these videos on YouTube, Zoe Astro, where you can find Transcending the Negative Mind series of videos as well. Get your mind to work for you, not against you. And I post links on Instagram, zoehines7, and Facebook at AstroZoe. So quite a calm week. We've had quite a few weeks of high voltage Aries energy with eclipses in the middle of a retrograde. So stay observational on that one, look and listen and learn. But as the energy begins to shift into Taurus by the end of the week, we are looking to clear out lots of old baggage, make lots of space, big spring clean as Jupiter meets with Uranus. As we settle in our unique frequency, start manifesting from that space, letting go of the programming and conditioning that have been holding us in a lower vibration for all this time. So wishing you a transformative week, and I'll see you next week.